Welcome to Haven House of Pickaway County. This is our agency that we're so very proud of. We're here to help victims of domestic violence.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen.
The mission of Haven House since 1993 has been to provide individuals with an alternative to domestic abuse, violence, and sexual abuse, as well as provide shelter, counseling, and community resources to those in need of services, so that each family and/or individual should have adequate means in our community for assuming responsibility for their own health and growth towards a productive life.
I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS.
Our goals are to A, provide victims of domestic abuse, violence, and sexual abuse needed services regardless of income. And B, establish a comprehensive and coordinated referral and follow-up system of services and programs for families in need. And C, develop and increase community understanding and support of needed services for the victims of domestic and sexual violence and their families. And D, to conduct operations of the shelter in a highly effective and accountable manner.
I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
Haven House is staffed 24 hours a day and equipped with an alarm and fire suppressant system. There are 9 full and 5 part-time employees and volunteers providing services to homeless women and children and to victims of family violence, including case management and safety planning. We have 32 beds available. Our ultimate goal is violence-free, permanent housing for all victims and homeless women and children.
How has working at Haven House touched your life?
It's made me more aware of what we need in our community. It just makes me feel better to help so many people. And when they hug you and say, I couldn't have done this without you, it means the world to me.
Well, I always knew that I wanted to help people, and I never knew exactly where to place that. But I feel like since coming to Haven House, I found my calling.
I came from a family where domestic violence was a factor. And as a child, I always wanted to be sure that no child had to live under a house, under a roof, where there was violence, because it's scary as a child.
Changed my life by seeing the difference in victims and how they come into us and they're sad and broken and unhappy, and we get them back on their feet and send them out the door, and they're happy and free and ready to go on with their lives.
Absolutely, just about everything. I never thought I'd be interested in this kind of work, but when I got started with it, I found something that I love doing. I really can't think of doing anything. I plan to retire from here.
Since coming to Haven House, I'm much more aware and don't shy away from speaking out against injustices.
Thanks for visiting Haven House.